Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Mosquito-proof your yard this summer with Southeast Termite and Pest Control's latest technology. The system is terrific. No sprays, so no bees or butterflies are harmed, but mosquitoes land in this poison, and then they carry it with them wherever they go, and they kill all their little friends. Call Southeast Termite and Pest Control this week. They work all over East Tennessee. They will take care of you just as they've taken care of me for many years. They've been doing this since 1971. Well, they've been in the business. They haven't been taking care of my house since 1971. I'm old. I'm not that old. Southeast Termite and Pest Control, southeasttermite.com. Okay, a couple of months ago, we wondered where Rick Barnes was going with his roster. Turns out he went and grabbed 3 transfers who folks are all excited about right now. 3 guys from Harvard, South Carolina, Upstate, and Northern Colorado, which before the transfer portal, if you'd had guys come from those schools, there wouldn't have been near the excitement you have now generated. But here's the thing. When those guys came back, Santiago Vescovi then decided to come back. So that meant one of your guys had to transfer off this roster. Then Josiah Jordan James decided to come back. And that meant he's going to be a walk-on. NIL, pay for that, but he's a walk-on. Then Olivier Nkamhoua, who everyone thought was going to turn pro in some fashion, not the NBA probably, but Finland, go to France and play. Those guys do that all the time. Turns out he's not. He's transferring to Michigan. Now, Michigan, they've lost a lot this offseason. It's kind of going to look like a down year for them. They're not even projected as an NCAA tournament team at this point. Who knows? But, Chuck, I ask you, are people going to be paying attention, or is that gone? He's gone. You can forget about him. Or are people going to be eyeing Olivier Nkamhoua and saying, oh, look what he's doing at Michigan?
Well, I don't know if they're going to be eyeing him, John, but, I mean, how well is he going to play there? And if he goes
Not
there,
the question. Are people here going to be watching? Are they going to be paying attention to him?
I don't really think so. I mean, I think he's gone to a team that may struggle, and it's not like he's, somewhere closer to where Tennessee's going to be playing him, I don't think. Yeah. So, to me, no. But will it pop up occasionally? Yeah, sure it will. Down the road somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's going to pop up every time he has a game like he had against Duke. And if he goes into the season and gets to January
3 times
and
then.
all of his games have looked like they did against Duke, then yes, people will focus on that like a laser. And so I agree with Chuck. I kind of think he'll just fade from memory. But if he's the guy that everybody's saying, Michigan's a little bit better and Olivier Nkamhoua is a big reason, then I think people do look at Barnes and say, okay, why couldn't you do that down here? So I'm going to give it to Cavaleris, the end of the question. Yeah, if he's average, he fades. If he's above average, oh yeah, it becomes a thing.
If he becomes a consistent player?
Yeah, the better he plays, the more attention people will pay. The other part of that is, and if he becomes a consistent inside scorer and averaging 15 points a game, and your Achilles heel at Tennessee is you don't have inside scoring, yes, they'll be paying attention to that.
Yeah, see, that's key. Not only if he goes and does well, that's one thing. If he does well, and you're lacking for inside scoring, then everyone who's been sitting there going, oh, boy, we got this kid from Harvard. They're going to be saying, why didn't we keep Nkamhoua? What were you doing? Vince, do you agree with us or no?
Yeah, no, I think the answer is no. Generally, they won't. They're going to try to flush him and focus on this team, but it will conveniently come back up both when Tennessee has struggles or if they have struggles and if he's playing better. So it will be used to, as weapons against Rick Barnes.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. Yep. It will be used against him.
Otherwise, they're gonna try to push him aside because he is no longer a VFL in the eyes of.
Oh yeah, if you transfer, if you're Rick Barnes, and I'm not talking. Look, I'm not trying to put myself in his shoes. He seems like a really, really good guy. He probably wants. If Nkamhoua goes and becomes an All-American, I bet Rick Barnes would be happy. But if you're just Coach X, wouldn't you be sitting there going, "Oh, I wish this guy had just gone to Australia and played ball"?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
I mean,
think
that's
so.
the first thing I was thinking. You wish he would have gone to Finland in a way.
Yeah, you don't want somebody hanging around out there who can show you up in some way.
Well, they had confidence in him. I mean, they brought him in, they coached him hard, and so I think they felt like he had more potential than maybe he realized he has. That potential.
Hey, what happens if you play him in the NCAA tournament?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that gets real interesting
then.
then.
Don't worry, Tennessee and Michigan never get matched.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a history of players transferring from Tennessee and doing well
Yeah.
at various degrees. Even the Anasicki, Powell,
Yeah,
Drew
just
Pember.
about, yeah.
So there have been some players that have left that did well other places. but not.
There have been more.
But not to the point that it's came back and bitten him.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Drew Pember's probably as close as it came in that
Right.
one.
I think it's a similar conversation with B.J. Edwards, too. Like, they're not going to pay attention to him, but if he's playing really well
And SMU suddenly comes
Right.
out of nowhere. Yeah.
and they're having issues at the point, oh, yeah, that might be brought up even more than Olivier.
Especially if he's on the national highlights.
Right.
If you're seeing those plays, well,
All right, very good. When we come back, according to gamblers in Las Vegas, the Vols are among the favorites to win the college football playoffs. But just how good are their odds? We'll show you. Not bad. Come on back.